Hello, cottage crew. I am Cottage Corners. And do you want to hear a scary story? No? Well then why did you click on the video? So, instead of reading one of my past stories that I've written, instead of reading the past stories that I've written, I am going to tell you a nightmare that I had over a year ago that I can never forget. And I like to call this little story The Toxic Lake. This nightmare begins before quarantine at a field trip to Central Park. Just like the terrible New York experience I have, long story, from 2 years ago. Except it wasn't the same trashy group. Well, trashy except for my sister. I don't know if she'll be watching this, but yeah. Everything was so far, it looks innocent and normal. But then afterwards, we stopped once we reached the middle of the lake. And the scariest part of it all is that we can view all of the pretty looking fishes. Just to give you guys some background information, I have a huge fear of fish. And basically almost every sea creature except for dolphins, whales, maybe sea sponges and starfishes if those count. And to be honest, if I wasn't scared of sea creatures, then I would have showed you like the live footage and the live pictures of the sea creatures that were mentioned instead of the cartoons. So I mean, let's hope that's so good even though it's not the real thing. But back to the story. Like I said, everything was going normal until we spotted a crocodile who was suspiciously swimming and chopping around. Okay, I guess you're probably gonna wonder why I am not afraid of putting a live crocodile in my video, but I'm scared of putting a tiny guppy in it. Well, yeah, my phobias are weird. Most of us gasped and were scared, shocked, and terrified that it was much bigger than we'd expected. The tour guide was shocked too, but tried to calm us down by saying, don't worry guys, the crocodiles act like this all the time. Until it kept swimming and chopping, until it bites the tour guide's leg. The tour guide tried to conceal his immense pain in order to calm us down about the lake and said with this tone of voice, yep, it always does that too. But after he said that, the tour guide got dragged into the lake. And that was the last we've ever seen of him. Condolences to his husband and kids. But with even more madness, it suddenly turned from day to night. And we've all noticed a gigantic pufferfish about the size of the entire city popping out of the lake. That's when we all officially know that we were standing in a danger zone, petrified. We all came to the conclusion that the lake was toxic. And all the sea creatures there, even sea creatures that don't belong there, as you're gonna see later, had turned mutated and evil. Of course, we thought of the smartest idea and tried to hurry back to stable ground. I was the last one to escape, so obviously I should do what everyone else were doing. Except that's when I saw this menacing dolphin that has the most annoying laughter and tried to knock down the wood like it was destroying the bridge so I can fall in and end like the tour guide. So now I have to really hurry back to land with the others. As I tried to hurry back land, the dolphin continued. The dolphin was knocking the wooden posts one by one. Since it's going from end to the beginning in that order, I was confident I'll make it alive. Until the dolphin knocks over the first wooden post to exit the lake, which leaves me stranded and stilted. Until the dolphin knocked over the last post, which led me to have to jump the farthest I could ever jump. I was almost going to die by my own fear, but that's when I got caught by this girl who I still remembered what her name is and how she looked like for my nightmare, Amy. She then lifted me up away from the lake. And at the end of the day, all of the students were safe from the toxic lake. There was even a vision in the future where the lake was all fenced up and it looks more like an empty pool with no water at sight. Even though this is just a nightmare, I am curious whoever dealt with the actual sea creature, but it seems like that it doesn't matter since everything is safe again and we have our happy ending. But the actual final scene was at the end of the trip when my mom picked me up. A random lady who I'm guessing is the principal now talked with my mom about the whole situation with the lake, including how our tour guide died and how Amy rescued me from almost dying. Even though this principal lady wasn't even there with us on the field trip. But again, it's just a nightmare, so... After that, me and my mom were walking to the car and my mom asked, "So you made a new friend, Amy?" And just to give you some more background information, I have no friends, mainly at school. And my mom always tried to help me make them, so in my opinion this seems really in character with her. But not all my dreams and nightmares are like this. But anyways, I just scratched off the response, which is surprisingly in character for me to do. And that's how the story ends. And to be honest with everybody, this nightmare is better than my real life New York trip. For now.